Has your roommate ever started copying your entire life? My new roommate Maya seemed perfect when she moved in 3 months ago. Clean, quiet, split groceries evenly. But then I started noticing weird patterns that made my skin crawl. First, she'd order the exact same takeout I did the night before. Thai food became her new obsession right after I posted about my favorite pad Thai place. Then she started wearing similar outfits to mine, just one day later. Same color scheme, same style, like she was studying my closet. I thought it was a coincidence until it escalated. She got the same pixie haircut after I posted a selfie with my fresh cut. She started listening to my Spotify playlists. I could hear the same indie songs through her bedroom wall. She even bought the same vintage leather laptop case I'd been carrying for months. The really creepy part? She'd repeat my personal stories at parties like they were her own memories. My childhood golden retriever named Buster became her childhood golden retriever named Buster. My college internship at the local newspaper became her college internship. My embarrassing middle school braces story became her embarrassing middle school braces story. My friends started getting confused about whose memories were whose during group conversations. They'd look between us like they were watching a tennis match. But she crossed the line when she started flirting with my crush Thomas at our local coffee shop. She was using inside jokes I'd told her about him, bringing up conversations only I'd had with him about his photography hobby. She even wore the same vanilla perfume I always wore around him. I watched through the window as she laughed at his jokes the exact same way I did, tilting her head at the same angle. It was like watching someone wear my personality as a costume. She didn't just want to be like Mesh wanted to be me. Every choice I made, every memory I shared, she stole like it was hers to live. I needed to teach her a lesson she'd never forget. Not by yelling or kicking her out, she'd spin that into sympathy. I needed something quiet, clever, something that would make her question her own identity. I knew she went through my stuff when I wasn't home because things were always slightly moved. So I left a fake journal entry on my desk about how I was secretly dating this amazing guy named Henry who worked at the indie bookstore downtown. I spent an entire evening crafting this elaborate fictional relationship. I wrote 3 full pages about how we met when I was looking for a rare poetry book. Our first kiss between the philosophy and psychology sections while rain pattered against the windows. How he'd leave me little handwritten notes in books I'd mentioned wanting to read. I described how we'd been keeping it secret because he was technically my ex-boyfriend's roommate. I made it sound like the most romantic, star-crossed lovers situation ever, complete with fake text screenshots I'd created using a messaging app. Sure enough, Maya started hanging around that bookstore constantly. She'd bring Henry coffee from the shop next door, trying to recreate our fictional meet-cute. She'd ask about poetry books she'd never read, wearing the same flowy sundress I described wearing on our first date. Maya even started posting Instagram stories about their dates that never happened. She'd take photos of 2 coffee cups on the bookstore table, caption them with quotes about soulmates finding each other in unexpected places. She told our mutual friends about how she'd finally found the one. I watched from the sidelines as she stitched herself into a romance that didn't exist. Every detail, a trap she gladly stepped into. She described their conversations word for word from my fake journal entries, talking about their shared love of literature and philosophy. The whole charade went on for 2 weeks. Maya would disappear for hours every day, supposedly on these romantic bookstore dates that existed only in her imagination and my fabricated journal. The best part? Henry was my gay best friend who was in on the whole plan from the beginning. He'd been updating me on every awkward interaction. Henry told me she just stood there, frozen. When he casually referenced a detail from the fake journal, the book title that didn't exist, The Rain That Never Happened, she didn't say a word, just stared like the floor had dropped beneath her. That night, she deleted every post, packed her things, and vanished. No goodbye, no explanation.